Hey, how are you? Jennifer back again from Merry and Bright Celebrations for another Finch and Fennel meal. Or meal idea, I would say. So today we're going to be using our Pink Saffron Peppercorns. This is a seasoning blend, and we're going to be making some saffron pink peppercorn scallops. So this is the recipe you would get when you scan the back of the tin. There's a QR code that we talked about before. So you scan that QR code for recipes. And so the first thing we're gonna do, well, I've already gone ahead and rinsed off my pound of scallops, and I've patted them dry. I'm gonna pat them dry one more time, and then we're gonna season them with our saffron seasoning. So I'm just gonna sprinkle the seasoning on here, and we're gonna toss them. Don't want to use my same hand. Oh. Okay, we're gonna toss these. And then we are gonna get a knife, and I have a skillet getting hot here. I'm not sure if you can see what I'm doing, but we'll try to get it into play here. So I'm just going to put a tablespoon or so of butter into the skillet. We're going to let that melt around, and then once that skillet's hot, we're going to sear our scallops. So that's warming up. And this should only take a few minutes to do this whole pound. If you have, these are like the medium scallops. If you have the giant scallops, you probably won't have to do them in batches. They'll probably all fit in one batch, but we may have to do these in batches. So I'm gonna load up my pan right now, and we'll see how many we can get on here without overcrowding. You don't want to overcrowd them, because then they end up steaming and not really searing. So let me put the rest of these in and get these browned up, and then I'll be back to show you what we do next. We're going to remove our scallops that are done to a plate for them to rest. They'll continue to cook off of the pan, or out of the pan. So you can see that just took about 2 minutes maybe. And then I'm going to put the rest of my scallops in the pan, and we're going to do it again. Once you have all of your scallops browned, then you want to go back in and deglaze your pan. So you're going to put it on a low heat, and you're going to add some more butter, and you're going to deglaze that pan. And what that means is you're going to scrape up all those bits of goodness so it can be in your sauce. So we're going to do that. As it starts to heat back up again, those bits will release, and it'll just add so much flavor to your sauce. Take my spoon, scrape it up. You don't want the pan to get too hot, because the next ingredient you're going to add is cream, heavy whipping cream. And you're going to add about 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream to this mixture. And you're just going to let it simmer. You don't want it boiling. You're going to let it simmer. The babies. What would a video be without them barking? So we're going to stir this around, get up all those bits, and bring this to a simmer. And then it called for 2 to 3 leaves of sage. So I actually had some sage in the garden, so I went out and grabbed a few leaves of sage. It's one of the only herbs the dogs haven't decided to eat. So lucky me. You put that in, stir it around, and then you can taste it at this point, see if it needs any more seasoning, and if so, you can just take a little pinch, whatever you like, and put it in your sauce. And this is a pinch of your saffron peppercorn. Okay. And then once your sauce is started to reduce and it's thickened up, then you pour it over your scallops, and you can eat it like that. You can have the plain scallops in the cream sauce, but I'm gonna put it over some angel hair pasta tonight for dinner and add a little Parmesan cheese. So this is a quick and delicious meal, and I started this at about 5 till 6. I had already made my pasta, and right now it's almost 6:15 and we're done. So it's a very quick and easy dinner. If you don't like scallops, they're not your thing, I'm sure you could do the same thing with shrimp. I'm sure you could use salmon. You know, this seasoning goes on fish, chicken, pork, whatever. It just is, it's very mild. It's not overpowering, but it just enhances the flavor of the food that it's on. So I would encourage you to try it out. Comes in these cute little tins, which I adore. And this is $8.95, and you can get it at the shop. We'll be open tomorrow at 10. So hope to see you there. Bye-bye.